Section 9.3, similar right triangles. Theorem 9.6, right triangle similarity theorem. If the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of a right triangle, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle and to each other. So remember how that is worded. So if I say triangle CBD, so CBD, I went from the hypotenuse to the short side and then the long side. So I'm going to say the same thing on the big triangle. So where's the hypotenuse? It's A, B, and then here's the short side. So I'm going to say triangle ABC. And then again, same thing. I'm going to go the hypotenuse to the short side. So on this one here, I'm going to go that way. So on that, I would say triangle ACD is similar. Again, we're going to say triangle ABC. And again, they are similar to each other. So again, following the same path, I'm going to say triangle CBD is similar to triangle ACD. Okay. So knowing that, example 1, identify the similar triangles in the diagram. All right, so my suggestion to you would be to sketch the 3 similar right triangles. So corresponding sides and angles have the same orientation. All right, so I don't know, I'll keep this one in blue. So I just went with one of them, and I started with the small one here. All right, so on that one there, I went ahead and I went Q, N, and then M. So there's my right triangle. And again, it's going to be Q, N, and M. With the middle triangle, now look at that, all right? Here's my hypotenuse for this one. That was my hypotenuse for that one. And where's my short side on this one? My short side is right there. So this would make it my long side. This one right here is my long side. So that's my long side. I'm going to say then PN, because that's my long side, and my hypotenuse, what in this case was PQ. And then finally for the last one, let me erase all of those things right there. Okay. And for the last one, let's go again a different color. And on that one there, well, again, here's my hypotenuse, here's my long side, and here's my short side. All right. So here's my long side, my short side and my hypotenuse. So again, I'm going to say P, Q, and then M. Because again, here's my right, and my hypotenuse was the one that was marked with 2 there. Okay, so now once I have that set up, it's kind of easy to see. I at least hope so. Let's put it that way. So on that, we can say then that, again, I'm just going to start some way, and I want to follow the orientation with the other ones. So if I go on this one here, let's go this way. All right. So I'll be able to say then that M triangle MQN is similar, again, follow the same pattern, to triangle QPN, which is similar to triangle MPQ. All right, so what's that do for us? Well, it helps us figure out stuff. So on this next problem here, a roof has a cross-section that is a right triangle. The dimensions show the diagram, shows the approximate dimensions of this cross-section. Find the height h of the roof. Okay, so on this one here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take and I'm going to identify. So let me put that in red. Identify similar triangles and sketch them. Okay, so let's go ahead and identify our triangles. All right, so I'm going to take the first one here. I'm going to just take this one right here. All right, and when I take that one there, I'm going to also write down what I know. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to write it this way. Okay, so on that one, when I do that, I'm going to have S, W, and R. All right, now what do I know? I know that the hypotenuse on this one is 25, and I know what this length is here. I don't know what that length is there. I know it's going to be 65 minus something, right? But right now I don't know it, so hopefully I won't need that, okay? So let's do the next one. And would I use purple? Okay, if I do the next one, again, my short side was W on that one there. What's my short side on this one here? It's going to be TW, all right? And so my long side would be, SW, my long side would be TW. All right, so my long side, my short side, and my hypotenuse. And again, I'm going to say the same thing. So I told you it was TWS. And let's see, on that one there, what is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is 60. All right, and WS, that's this right here, it's still H. Okay, and then finally, the last one, the big triangle, which I made green last time. So again, the big triangle, here's my long side, here's my short side, here's my hypotenuse, and on that one there, my short side is 25, my long side. Oh, I guess, I'm sorry. I should have labeled them for you. So that's T, S, and R, right? So as you can see, my short side is 25. My long side is 60. And as expected, remember the hypotenuse is always the longest side. On that one there, it is 65. Okay? So in this case here, if I still follow the same orientation, like I'm going to tell you, so, well, let's go RSW. So if I do it like that, again, I'm just trying to mix them up for you here. So I can say that triangle RSW is similar to triangle STW, right? Which is similar to triangle RTS. Okay, so now when I do that, remember, when triangles are similar, okay, and you probably learned this in 8th grade math. You might have revisited it again last year in algebra, but remember, when triangles are similar, their sides are in proportion. So you can write a proportion. So to solve for H, all right? So now you can use either triangle. This one right here, all right? If I use this one right here, those are the two I'm going to put together. So again, that's the short side over the hypotenuse. For the proportion, I'm going to take the short side over the hypotenuse, all right? Or I could even do this here, long side over the hypotenuse, long side over the hypotenuse. Either one will work, okay? So I went ahead and used the purple one. So I'm going to say H over 60 is equal to 25 over 65. All right. So then if I take the cross products, remember I can say that this times this, so 65 times H is equal to those two. So 60 times 25. Okay? So if I solve that for H, I'm going to get H is equal to 60 times 25 over 65. And if I plug that into my calculator, remember I'm going to put these two together. So you might want to multiply that first and then divide by 65. Either way, you should get approximately 23.1 feet. Okay? So, I had already made the notes and had them downloaded before I found out that everybody else doesn't want to do the geometric mean. So this part right here and the next page are no longer valid, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and let me show you again how, like I just said, if I take the other two, I'll still get the same thing. I'll just set it up. Okay, so I'm going to take the small triangle here. So what I say, the long side times the hypotenuse, I mean over the hypotenuse. So I'm going to take the long side over the hypotenuse. And again, I'm going to take this one here, the long side over the hypotenuse. So that would be 60 over 65. And notice, again, if I take the cross products here, I'm going to get the same setup. So it doesn't matter which one I use. Because again, if I look at that, I'm going to have 65 times h is equal to 25 times 60. So notice, it's still the same thing here, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I apologize for this. If I would have known about it before I had everything downloaded and given to people, I would have fixed it. But again, don't worry about that, and don't worry about this page here. All right, so that will make your homework easier. All right, there's only 10 problems. Okay, so sorry it's a big mess there. I don't mean to do that, but oh well. Okay, thanks, people.